Hello, welcome to this tropical update. So let's discuss the tropics. So the main features we'll talk about in this video: the potential systems in the Atlantic that may threaten the Caribbean, and the new system near the Philippines that may threaten Japan and Taiwan. So let's first see the Atlantic. The the timetables are in the timestamps are in the description below if you wanna skip to the next part of the video. So we will briefly talk about the Eastern Pacific as well. There's just the remnants of Gilma, still some rain around Hawaii, and Tropical Storm Horn still alive there, but there's not much to say there. So let's see the Atlantic. We have these three systems there. First in the Gulf of Mexico, still a 20% chance there of development, but this might try to form into something, but not really. It isn't. It's too close to the coast. There's not much model support. So let's see. A broad area of low pressure near the upper Texas coast, producing some disorganized shower thunderstorms along just offshore the coast, Texas, Louisiana. This system is expected to linger near the coast through much of next week. Some slow development is possible as it meanders offshore. Regardless of development, heavy rains will cause flash flooding, cause portions of coastal Louisiana and upper Texas coast during the next few days. So be careful with the rain and flooding, and just a 20% chance there. There's this new system. It's still at 40% chance. They put it to 50, but now to 40 again. I don't know why they are downgrading, but it might get upgraded like early next week. Let's see. A tropical wave located several hundred miles east of the Lester Antilles continues to produce some disorganized showers and thunderstorms. The disturbance forecast to move westward and reach the Lester Antilles on Monday, and then continue across the eastern central Caribbean Sea in middle part of next week. And later next week, environmental conditions appear to become conducive for development. A tropical depression could form as the system moves across the western Caribbean Sea, so 40% chance there. And there's this Parleo system. It's already at 0% chance there because the conditions are like not favorable anymore. So let's see. So the Eastern Pacific, there's nothing on the board now, and let's see what the models say for the Atlantic. So there's this system there now. It will cross the Caribbean on Monday there. Then the GFS only shows it trying to develop as it passes the Yucatan, developing the Western Gulf and going to Mexico. So the GFS not very excited on this, but it has a new system coming off of Africa, kind of developing, going out into the Atlantic. So let's see. The European shows that system there, a little more moisture than the GFS, and then it keeps going. Might bring some heavy rain and thunderstorms to Haiti, Jamaica, and Cuba next week. And then let's see, it only develops like in the Western Caribbean there. So let's see, keeps going, crosses the Yucatan, and the European array has a 977 hurricane in the Gulf by next Tuesday, September 10th. Like not this Tuesday, but the other one. So this is far out and it will change, of course, but we better keep monitoring. And there's the Canadian is a little bit more aggressive today, but it shows the system already developing as it passes the islands, kind of struggling, but developing more through the Caribbean, turning like into a tropical storm just south of Jamaica, passes the Yucatan. Then it has it like in the Western Gulf, a hurricane going to Mexico, like the almost the same track as the GFS, but a little bit stronger. But the COZ Canadian earlier today had a similar thing, but it developed stronger like a little bit earlier and went like a similar path there. So let's see the icon. Let's see here. Better put this map so we can see the circulation. So that system in the Gulf, the icon's kind of showing circulation forming up there by the next Wednesday. So It's a very low probability that this happens, but it might try to quickly spin up into a tropical depression like next week. This is the icon is showing, but a very low chance. There's a bunch of wind shear there and not favorable stuff, so we'll keep watching. There's this new system coming. The icon still not very excited about this. It shows a surface low trying to develop like there near the Yucatan. So it's not very excited. It's excited about the next system there. But the 0Z icon was kind of more excited. So the 0Z icon today already had a hurricane there in the Western Caribbean. So the 12Z had like some showers, and the 0Z had already a hurricane by this time, by September 7th there. So we'll keep monitoring this. And this icon, the 0Z icon, is kind of aggressive with the system in the Gulf. It actually formed into a tropical storm there. So this run of the icon had a tropical storm forming there in the Gulf and going to Louisiana. I doubt that this will happen. So like, but you never know. It could. So let's see. The European is showing that moisture in the Gulf there, but nothing crazy. Maybe tries to get something, but not really. So it's mainly the icons excited about that. There's the Neptune showing the rains through Texas and everything, but nothing big from that Gulf system. And the other system takes some time as well. Might try to form something in the Western Caribbean too. But that's the general consensus. It might form there as it reaches the Caribbean, like the Western Caribbean. But let's see here what the European ensembles have. There's still some support, but not much. But let's see. So by 72 hours has some ensembles going to the Caribbean there, like tropical disturbance strength. Some have tropical depression strength, but made it tropical disturbance. And then this keeps going there. Some even have like a low end tropical storm strength there. So let's see. This keeps going this next 120 hours. Some ensembles already shows like tropical storm passing south of Hispaniola and through Jamaica. So Jamaica has to watch this. Even if it doesn't develop, it will cause some heavy rains there. So let's see. Then it keeps this going. More ensembles there show like tropical storms, so even hurricane strength there through the Western Caribbean. Let's just jump to the end here. It shows, let's see, and then some ensembles take this towards Florida. One or two go towards Cuba, but mainly some to the southwestern Gulf, like the GFS is showing, and some into the central Gulf in Florida. But yesterday was more curved to Florida. Now some are showing potential like north into Louisiana or something. So we'll keep monitoring too. But there's still some time to watch if this even manages to develop. But there's a good chance it will there. So there's some support for the next system there later in the Central Atlantic going north like a fish storm. So let's see, those the European. Now the GFS is still kind of messy, but it has some support for the next system by Tuesday, September 9th. It has support too for the system, the Caribbean there, but let's see. But it shows like some tropical storm, hurricane strength there, some ensembles, and some go towards like Central America. Few ensembles go towards the Gulf, but some do. Most are curving like towards Cuba, some is Central America, so we'll have to watch this. And let's see here. So the tropical storm probabilities here, it shows some 5% there by September 3rd, entering the Caribbean, some 10% by the 4th, and even some 20% tropical storm probabilities by the 5th. The 20% keeps going. Let's see, still 20 to 30% chance there, passes there and goes potentially to the Gulf. Is that new system, the Atlantic too? So this is tropical storm. Let's see. Tropical depression probabilities shows already a 70% as it passes through the Eastern Caribbean September 3rd, and still a 70% chance there for the Eastern Caribbean. The next system also 70%. Then it keeps going 60 to 70%, and then it goes there. So there's still some decent probabilities there. And let's see some even the next system, and later we'll come to this map again to see Asia there. So let's see. Just the rainfall next 5 days shows next 5 days showing more the Eastern Caribbean. Might have some more showers and storms, some 30 millimeters there. Be aware. Let's see, Jamaica is already showing more there, close to 100 millimeters. So maybe from that system coming. Some showers and storms in Dominican Republic, Haiti, Cuba, especially in the afternoon, heavier in western Cuba. And let's see, Honduras, Nicaragua, like northwestern Nicaragua and southern Honduras shows some heavier concentrations of storms, mainly in the afternoon. And El Salvador, more showers and storms, but nothing crazy. Some 70 to 80 millimeters in southern Mexico, Nicaragua. And that's Nicaragua, no, that's Guatemala. So Guatemala, some more showers and storms there. Let's see, some areas southern Mexico, close to 120 millimeters. In northern Mexico, along with Texas, we'll get a lot there. So shows many areas of central Mexico, more than 90 millimeters, 134 millimeters, 100 millimeters through many areas of central Mexico, Rio Grande, Cuenca, so many areas there, close to 100 millimeters. So a lot more showers and storms coming towards those areas these next few days. So stay safe there. And later, it already shows as this system goes just south of Jamaica, the European showing, it shows it might go towards Central America. It isn't showing much accumulation further north, so this run is showing more like Central America. In the next 10 days, and I know this is far out, but just in the next 10 days, it's more than 200 millimeters through Mexico and Guatemala and other areas. So nothing crazy, because it's like a 10-day accumulation. That's a lot of time, but let's keep monitoring it. The GFS has some more heavy rain in Honduras, El Salvador next 5 days, southern Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica and Panama has some heavier thunderstorms going through there next 5 days, northern Mexico near Durango, more than 100 millimeters. So yeah, be careful there. And then next 10 days, it doesn't have much indication as well. Has the system going through the Caribbean there, some very heavy rains through Mexico, Guatemala, and everywhere in the next 10 days, but that's a lot of time, so don't mind that very much. And yes, so stay safe there, and let's just see something here. So let's see forecast. North Atlantic, so let's see. So because we have that high pressure building like near Florida there, and those troughs there in the north, so by the time when this comes, you can see sort of a low pressure there in the Caribbean. So there'll be like the trough there as well. So let's see, I think on the European we can see this better. So let's see the 0C, it shows there like by September 9th, 6, let's see, September 9th here. So you can see the low pressure from the tropical system there, and that's the trough in the high pressure. So if these troughs come down in time for the system, you grab the system and toss it to the north faster, like into Florida and other areas. But if the high pressure is stronger, the system just go west into Central America and the southwestern Gulf. So it all depends on the timing of this trough and the high pressures and everything. So we will keep monitoring this and stay safe there. So now in the Western Pacific, we have first in the Indian Ocean, tropical storm Asna there. It's just south of Pakistan, maybe some storms there near Pakistan. Let's see, we have this invest on the Philippines, bring some heavier storms there too and some showers, so be careful. The remnants of Shanshan, they're still near Japan with some rain there, so let's see what they have here. So they should have an invest area there, yes, for that new system, and the remnants of Asna, Shanshan, the tropical depression, and the tropical storm Asna there. So let's see what might happen. As you can see here, some tropical depression probabilities. There's Asna there now, and the system bring very heavy rains to India, but that won't develop. It will just bring very heavy rains there. There's even some weird signals in the South Indian Ocean, but that's just moisture, nothing else. There's even a 10% chance near Vietnam, but probably nothing tropical, let's see. But it goes to a 20% chance there, the South China Sea by the 4th, even to a 40% chance there in the South China Sea by September 6th. There's that system there developing near the Philippines, close to 100% chance by the European by September 3rd. That system in the South China Sea kind of merges with it, and they go towards China, and some new probabilities later near the Mariana Islands and some areas, and even the Bay of Bengal, some 50% probabilities by September 9th as well to monitor there near the South Indian Ocean too and other areas. So yeah, be aware there. And let's see. So the models there, the GFS shows Shanshan weakening there, and that new system forming actually shows two circulations, one system by the Philippines and another system further east, and then and they both go out there, but one decides to go towards eastern Japan. So that's kind of crazy, because yesterday the GFS was showing the system going towards China, and now it's going towards central Japan there and going out. Actually, two systems. It also forms a system in the South China Sea and goes towards China as a typhoon. And the GFS is highly exaggerating on this strength, so don't mind the strength of this. Shows like a major typhoon there, another major, very strong typhoon there, and later shows a new system by September 14th, going to super typhoon in Taiwan. So don't mind this, the GFS is radically crazy, but it does show some potential systems to watch there. So let's see, the 0Z European shows the system developing in the Philippines and going probably between Taiwan and into China and the southernmost islands of Japan there. So China and Taiwan has to monitor this, and Japan as well. And it kind of shows, that doesn't show anything in the South China Sea, just some more heavy rain in Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. And then later it shows maybe something trying to get going by September 10th there, like the GFS had. The Canadian has also the system forming there. Wait, let's see, keeps going. It goes actually towards the South Islands of Japan, like near Okinawa and some other areas, but eventually goes towards China and the Koreas. Then has a new small system forming there, and then another system by September 10th as well. So we have to monitor that. And the icon has some circulations in the South China Sea, but mainly rain there. The system forming near the Philippines, actually it takes it to the South China Sea, goes towards China, and some other circulations to watch later. So be aware there. Let's see. And the rainfall, like the main topic here, it shows first in the Philippines, next 2 days it shows already some very heavy rain parts of the eastern Philippines. Next 2 days, more than 100 millimeters. Let's see, 140 millimeters in some areas, so be careful. More heavy downpours and thunderstorms there this next few days as this crosses. And only in the next 2 days the European is already showing upwards of 465 millimeters in central India in the next 2 days. I think that's a little exaggerated, but it already shows like 200 to 100 millimeters all through central India just next 2 days. So this could be cause some very catastrophic flooding there. And all the rain that is already ongoing now, will cause even more saturation and flooding. So please stay safe there from the flooding. Be careful with the heavy storms, with lightning, flash flooding, strong winds. So please be careful. And then some storms in Nepal, northeastern India. The next 2 days, some in Bangladesh, some more rain there. Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia shows heavier array near the coast of Cambodia there, some more storms in Vietnam. And then in the next 5 days, array shows that the European has a port of 421 millimeters there in the northern Philippines. So this is kind of exaggerated, I think, but it may happen, you never know. So it shows reports of 488 millimeters in those islands of the northern Philippines there. So this could cause some very big, life-threatening flooding there. So please be aware there. This isn't as so certain that it will happen, but nevertheless there will be very heavy rain there, so please be careful. Shows the western Philippines as well, more than 300 millimeters next 5 days. Some islands in the South China Sea shows a lot. Let's see. So please be careful there, because this system will be forming there. Will leave some very heavy downpours in the Philippines, so be careful. And then later it has this going like towards China and Taiwan. And then let's see here. It also shows some more showers and storms in the afternoon in Indonesia, Malaysia might have some more storms, and in Western Guinea shows very heavy there in Western Guinea and Northern Solomon Islands in New Guinea. So be careful there. Next 5 days in Cambodia shows some heavier showers and storms in some areas, more than 100 millimeters. Shows in Thailand there, more than 179 millimeters. Close to the coast of Cambodia, close to 200 millimeters. So be careful. There will be some systems there, leaving more heavy rain and thunderstorms near western Cambodia and southern Thailand. So be careful. Southern Myanmar shows more than 100, 200 millimeters along the Bay of Bengal. So more heavy monsoon rains. Be careful there. Near the Nicobar and Andaman Islands, heavy too, so be careful. More thunderstorms and some heavy rains passing by the next 5 days. And let's see, into India there still shows a similar situation, but like in the next 2 days it had like most of the rain sent to India. Next 5 days it has this moving northwest towards northwestern India, more than 100 millimeters, 200 millimeters for western India, northwestern India next 5 days. And still those same accumulations there from the storms, so please be careful in India. More along the west coast of India, some more showers and storms, and in southwestern Sri Lanka, be careful as well. In the Maldives, nothing crazy, might be some tropical rains, some showers and storms, but nothing crazy. And more seasons for northern China, southern Mongolia, some more snow in the Himalayas, some higher peaks there, and some more rain and snow in the mountains of Kyrgyzstan, Tibet, and more rain in eastern China, but it's like 10-15 millimeters next 5 days, so just some showers and afternoon thunderstorms. So be aware there. Taiwan has to watch for the next system, but next 5 days nothing crazy. And Japan, from the remnants of Shanshan, some 40 millimeters there, some areas 46, some areas close to 90, close to 100 millimeters there, especially near like Yamakita, 110 millimeters. So be aware there. But as this leaves Japan there, shows some 59 to 60 millimeters, nothing crazy. So a little bit of rain North Korea, South Korea, but nothing crazy. And the GFS, let's see, next 5 days, it shows a lot in southern Myanmar too. Western Thailand shows a lot of some more heavy rains. Western Thailand through southern Myanmar and western Cambodia. Be careful there, but more heavy thunderstorms during the day in southern Laos and northeastern Cambodia, north Cambodia, southern Vietnam, more showers and storms. And it has like next 5 days more than 200 millimeters all throughout the northern Philippines, central Philippines, more than 100, 200 millimeters. So be careful. Some might be some problems there with the heavy rain. It has also in India more than 200 millimeters from those storms, some more western India, more showers and storms in Nepal, so be aware there. Some more showers and storms, especially in the afternoon in central northern Myanmar, in southern China, northeastern India, some heavier there in parts of northeastern India, and let's see, and even I didn't show the European for there, so next 5 days the European has more than 100 millimeters for northeastern Bangladesh, northeastern India, so please be careful there. Especially in the mountains might be the danger of landslides. Northeastern India more than 100 millimeters next 5 days. Be careful, there might be some areas of flooding in heavier rains, so be aware there. Central Myanmar, it has some more heavy rains as well. Let's see, so stay safe there. And from that system there in the Arabian Sea shows still some storms in southern Pakistan, but nothing crazy. A little bit of accumulation in Oman, but like nothing crazy. Some more storms through northern Pakistan, and yeah, so stay safe. This is mainly it. And the winds, it shows gusty winds in the Arabian Sea, that system near India, some gusty winds with that system there too, near Sri Lanka, especially by Monday, some gusty winds the Bay of Bengal. Shows as that typhoon forms, gusty winds near the Philippines, eventually to China and Taiwan, depending where this goes. And yeah, some gusty winds from Mongolia and China because of some other systems eventually to Russia there. So yeah, stay safe.